Hello everyone, BentlyK here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today's video, I'm trying to keep my eyes down so that you don't get the ring light, is a Hot Flash and Wrinkles makeup video, and we are going to be testing out this Sugar Rush Skin Treat Poreless Tinted Moisturizer Broad Spectrum 20 from Tarte. That is, and I know that Tarte today is having this huge sale, but today will be yesterday for you guys. So I'm trying to use some Tarte products, but basically the sale ends tonight at midnight Eastern time. So I hope you guys got some. But anyways, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to use a bunch of Tarte products because we're trying out this Sugar Rush. This is the only new thing I have. But then I'm going to use my Tarte lip palette that I bought and I haven't used. I love it. It's beautiful. I think I found a dupe for the Natasha Denona brow that I love in my Tartelet, which is not really a dupe because Natasha Denona and, I mean, Tarte's not cheap, but it's cheaper than Natasha Denona. So anyways, I just wanted to see if I could find one that was this close, and then I'm going to try it and see if I like it as well as I do the Natasha Denona. So I'm also going to be using my Tarte cream bronzer, and I have this cream, this really old cream blush that I'm going to try these. If they don't go well, because I haven't used creams in a long time, we will just go over them with some powders. And I don't have powders in Tarte. I think my two favorite brands right now are Benefit and Tarte. That's not counting drugstore, because for the drugstore, I still like L'Oreal and Maybelline. I think are my favorites there. I have a few Revlon products that I like. I don't have hardly anything from CoverGirl. I like Milani, some of the stuff. You know, with the drugstores, it's hit and miss. Well, actually, with all brands, it's hit and miss, because there's some stuff that I love from some, like Benefit. I love their stuff, but I'm sure there's stuff in there that I've tried that I didn't love, but I don't remember that because I didn't love it. Anyways, let's get going, okay? Let me read you what it says about the product. I know that I did look it up, and it comes in only 9 shades. And that is for this big regular size one, which is $32. But you can get this same product in a mini, and it is this is 1 ounce is what you get in this one. The mini is 0.1 ounce, and it only comes in 4 shades. And then there's a travel size that's 0.33 ounces, but it also only comes in the 4 shades. So if you happen to be one of these shades, which I am, I should have bought a mini one or whatever, but I went into the store and got it, and I didn't see all those in the store. But online, they have a mini, a travel size, and a regular size. And the travel size is $14, and the mini is $10. So if you don't want to spend as much and you just want to test it out, you might want to go that way. And if you match one of those 4 colors. It's a moisturizer, makeup, and SPF all in one. Light to medium buildable coverage, natural matte finish, instantly smooths, hydrates, evens out skin tone, oil-free formula, helps keep shine under control, infused with diamond powder to help blur imperfections and diffuse light. Protects with non-chemical sunscreen filters. Non-comedogenic formula will not irritate your skin. Fuss-free application. It can be applied with your fingers, and that's what we're going to do. I mean, I have a sponge too, so. It's vegan, cruelty-free, 12-hour wear, dermatologist tested, and I already said non-comedogenic. Oh, and I already told you how much it costs. Okay, we're done with that. And these. All right, so I am just going to shake it up a little bit, and then I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Oh, it looks pretty dark. But I know that when I put the other one on, the lighter one that I took back and got this one, as you blended it in, it like disappeared. It's very soft and silky feeling. Hopefully it's moisturizing. I need moisture. right now. I just put tanner on earlier and I haven't rinsed it off yet. So hopefully I stay tan when I rinse it off. Because I never tan my face because there's no point. I wash my face way too much to bother with trying to tan it. Because it says right on the tanner, don't use soap or like scrub. And I use both of those on my face. This feels really, really, really good. I like it. It doesn't cover my, I haven't had a breakout, but I've been picking anyways. And so it looks like I have had a breakout just from me picking. Oh, what's wrong with me? I know better. That doesn't always stop you though, does it? Okay, see, I had way too much. It's so soft and smoothing. Maybe it said buildable, so maybe we'll try and build over some of these red spots. Since we already have it on my hand. It did build a little bit, I think. So now I probably should, I'm going to go in with the sponge just because I want to push it up into my hairline a little bit. And I want to use cream bronzer. And then I'm just going to take this and like just make sure it's all blended really nicely. But it felt like it blended because it was so soft. So luxurious. So far, so good. All right, let's go in with some concealer. I don't have any Tarte concealer. Oh, Shape Tape, I do. We'll just use Tarte. I've only used this when I tried it out, right? Okay. So far, so good. I like it. Let's see what we can do with this cream bronzer that I haven't used in forever. I'm just going to use this little, I think it's an e.l.f. brush. It is e.l.f. Sculpting Face Brush. There's a fuzzy on it. I'm just going to get a little of this. This is the Tarte. Oh, it's got a weird name. I remember that. Seychelles. It's supposed to be Seychelles, but it's Seychelles. Anyways, it'll be listed below. I think I'm going to end up using both cream and powder. All right, I'm gonna have to blend it in with the sponge because I don't know, that brush just isn't working. I know you guys see this thing on my arm and it looks horrible, but it's not really. I tripped over my shoe and I didn't fall down or anything. I just tripped on my shoe and fell kind of forward, and this part of my arm scraped on a door frame that had like metal. It's like a sliding door, and so it was open and I was trying to shut it and I tripped and it went and it basically just took the skin off. But you know, it looks terrible. It looks actually better today, but I know it looks terrible and it's gonna take forever to heal because my skin is thin. Okay, and we're gonna try this blush. It is called Tipsy and it is from Tarte. It is Cheek Stain, Tipsy Cheek Stain. Push it up a little bit. And I'm just gonna go like this. Oh, I didn't show you the color, but when you blend it in, it kind of disappears. I did it on my hand. And then plus I'm gonna put powder over all of this. Ah, my nose itches. Well, it didn't completely disappear. All right. So let's go in with our Bye Bye Pores. This is from It, not from Tarte. That's another brand that I really like, is It Cosmetics. I mean, I think it's all too expensive. Don't get me wrong. I think drugstore has gone crazy. That it's just way more than I would ever. I mean, I remember when I first bought my first Clinique thing, I thought, and my kids wanted it because I had 3 girls, remember? And I was like, you're never going to get that. That's makeup. Why would you want to get that when you could, you know, buy stuff at the drugstore and you get 10 things for the amount of one? Of course, they still wanted it. And they still got it, but they got it with their own money. So now I'm just going to take what's already on there and spread it around so that we just powder a little bit today. I am going to go in with my Bobbi Brown a little bit because I don't feel like I have enough on. So this is what I'm using, the Bobbi Brown in Natural. And I just want to add some over here, a little over here. Definitely up here. Pull it down my neck. Okay, I am going to use my so I'm going to use my Dandelion highlight from Benefit. Don't have a Tarte one. Then I'm just going to take this and make it all blended. Now we're going to go in and do our eyebrows. I'm going to use the Tartelette palette, this one, for my brows. See this color right here? That one looks a lot like the Natasha Denona one. First, I'm going to spoolie them up. I like it. I have a couple of really white hairs in my eyebrows. I really, really want to pluck them out. I need to get some of that, or I have some. I just need to do it, that eyebrow tint, so that I don't pluck them out. But I haven't got time, so I haven't done it. All right, so now I'm going to put this Milani gel on these brows and flick them up. And then I'm going to press them into place with my razor. And I just leave the lid on it and use the flat side to just press them into place so that that gel holds them better. Plus, if I press them into place and I've got one crazy one, like right there, I can cut it. Just like this. And then it's not crazy anymore. All right, so now we're going to go into our eyeshadow palette. We're going to use the Tartelette palette. And I think we're going to do, let's see. It looks like I've used brown mostly in this palette. So let's go with a natural, like, I don't know, pale pink. What do you think? We're going to go with this. Well, that's not dark enough. Yeah, we're going to go with this color right here. Does it have a name? It has a name. They just write them in these really light colors. Rose. We're going to go with rose in the crease. And see how that goes. Oh, did I show you which one rose is? Right there. That one right there. Oops. Just knocked over my microphone. I don't know if rose is going to go so good with this shirt. Probably should have done brown, but oh well. Too late now. Oh, it's pretty. It's darker than I thought. See, you can see it pretty good. I just need it. All right. I'm going to go in with the same brush. And I'm going to go into this pale pink right here and kind of blend that together up here just to soften the edge a bit. And then I'm going to go in with, hopefully I have a clean one, this dark color over here. This one right here, it's got a little bit of sparkle in it. I'm going to put that in the outer corner. I can't really see it. Can you see it? Not really, huh? All right, I guess I don't get darker. I am going to use this. Yep, I'm going to use this almost white color right here. And I'm going to use my finger. It's called Water Lily. That darker pink one was called Orchid. And the first one was called Rose. Oh, and that really light one that I used to blend was called Blossom. Can you remember all that? Anyways, going in with my finger. I'm getting some sparkle on here. Oh yeah, and fallout. But it's pretty. What do you think? I think it's pretty. Where's my fluffy brush? Blend those two together a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with, to me, there's nothing dark enough in this one, so we're going back to the other Tarte palette. And I'm going to use this one called Smokehouse. Right here, it's not quite black, but as far as Tarte goes, that's all I got. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to line my eye real quick like. And I'm going to use this to lift it a little in the outer corner. Since my pink wasn't dark enough. Just like that. And I think we are pretty much done. I don't want to add mascara to these lashes because I'm still hoping I can save them. So I am going to add some Laneige. Oh wait, I got that Tarte Juicy thing. This is the Maracuja Juicy Lip, and it is in the color Orchid, I think. Yes, Orchid. So it may not match, but we're gonna use it anyway. Yeah, it definitely doesn't match. But I know when I was there, when I was getting it, they didn't have any of the colors that I really wanted. This one was like the one they had that was one of the ones I would have gotten anyway. Anyways, I like it. It goes on like a lip balm. And I'm really, really liking this Tinted Moisturizer. It's not sinking into lines at all. And I built it up quite a bit. It looks good. I'm giving it a thumbs up. I think it looks great. I think our whole Tarte looks great. Our whole Tarte look looks great. So what do you guys think? You like it? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching my videos. And I will see you in my next video. Mwah!